But now we gotta get into the first episode of Batman Animated Series. Now, what I like about this episode so much, guys, kind of give you my general impressions of it, is that this pretty much set the tone for what the series is going to be. I mean, there was no cartoon like this at the time in terms of just how it looked, the aesthetic. It had like that 1930s, 40s aesthetic, like the black and white TVs, the old cars. It was very much a detective noir, and the technology matched that, but it was like the perfect setting for Batman because he is a noir character. And so this whole like vision for the series, which again was incredibly influenced by the Tim Burton Batman film at the time, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, honestly, that's the thing I respect most about those original Batman films is the overall aesthetic and production design. It's really cool. This gothic Gotham is how it probably should be, right? And so what Bruce Timm and all of his creators, what they did was amazing. Getting Kevin Conroy to voice Batman, which he's done for, at this point, over 30 years, close to 30 years. I mean, it set the fucking standard for Batman. It's my favorite adaptation of the character overall. I mean, you know, the animated series, in the Batman Beyond, and in the Justice League Unlimited. I love this take on the character and his rogues. Most of the rogues. Some are neglected, and some others are, you know, great interpretations. Mark Hamill's the Joker, of course. But overall, this is my favorite adaptation of Batman. And I'm thrilled to start talking about this, chat. But now, chat, we are starting now, and we're over Gotham City. And for the first time in a long time, things are looking pretty nice. Matter of fact, remember the Zeppelins, chat? For the Mummy Returns, we got more Zeppelins. See, it's gonna catch on, chat. Certainly caught on in Gotham. And we're riding in one of these police Zeppelins. Ooh, Darkslayer! Thank you for the 5 videos. Conroy is Batman. Nuff said. Hell yes. Absolutely, man. Paul Dini did a great job, Austin. No doubt about it. A lot of creative writers worked on this project. No doubt. Paul Dini was great. Pierce, but what about the Batman series? I liked it. I didn't like it as much as this one, but I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it, but not nearly as much as the DCAU's Batman. Batman vs. Dracula, didn't care for that movie. Thought that was a little weird. But, chat, we're over Gotham, and we're one of these police blimps. I don't know why the GCPD decided to invest in police blimps, but okay, more power to you. You do you, Gotham. Everyone's going to leave you alone. No one's going to fuck with you. You got the crazies in your town, okay? And so these police officers, they're just doing a little patrol, and we got this little nerdy guy, funny enough, who was voiced by Kevin Conroy. Before he was cast as Batman, chat, he actually did the voice for this character of the little pilot with the glasses on, which is nuts. And so he's like, sir, I see something on my scanners, and I think it might be below. He's like, shut up, what are you talking about? It's fine, we've got nothing to worry about, just keep moving the blimp. And he's like, I still see that dot, sir. And all of a sudden, shit, outside the blimp, we see this fucking figure with bat wings. It goes, boom, and it goes up in the air. He's like, okay, I just saw that shit right there. Do you not see that? It's like, don't worry about it. And he just pulls out a fucking flash check, and he just starts drinking. He's like, I've been here for 20 goddamn years. I make $30,000 a year. My police pension is gonna be shit. Fuck you, and let's just keep moving, okay? This is all I have. This is all the moment. This is all the peace I have before I gotta go home to the woman. So, chat, he's drinking. The guy's like, fuck, and they keep flying that blimp. Then, chat, we cut to Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, chat, and we're just following this security guard. He's a young man, probably in his early 20s. He's a college student. He's a college student. This is during his night job, I believe, in grad school, chat. This is what's paying for his job. He wants to get into broadcasting. He's majoring in communication studies. He's doing his little tape for class. He's just doing his broadcaster voice. Welcome, everyone, to Gotham in the PM. Doing all that stuff. He's like, sorry. Do that over again. 1, 2, 3. Like doing all that stuff, chat. But Chad, he hears some glass breaking. He's like, fuck, okay, well, I gotta stop concentrating on my homework here. I have to fulfill my obligations to Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. And so he goes, investigates, Chad. He opens this door and goes in there, his little laboratory. He notices this whole glass window. It's just been shattered. He's like, this is not good. Goes over to where he sees some of these vials, Chad. They've all been picked clean. Various, chemicals and pills. He's like, oh, this is not good. And then, Chad, over his shoulder, he sees something, a figure that's looming over him. He turns around and goes, ah! And this thing just fucks him up. It backhands him with a bat wing, chat. Backhands him. and then he goes fucking flying. He's screaming his ass off. This thing is just flinging him around the goddamn room. I mean, if any chance this guy was going to be in broadcasting, now chat's not going to happen. Fucking teeth being knocked out, biting his tongue, nearly bit through, and this fucking bat thing. We don't know what it is. Is it Batman shit? It might be Batman. We don't know. It fucking lifts him up and throws him out. Not even throw him out the broken window, chat. Throws him out another window. Through an unbroken window. It's like, you could have at least thrown him out the broken window, but no. Got a whole new fresh window there for you, broadcasting student. Go ahead and get your education. Throws him out there, chat. Ah, right in the pavement. Nah, it's not the pavement, chat. He lands in water because this is a kid's show. This is a kid's show. You can't kill me. You can fuck him up, as we just did. Like, this guy is paralyzing the neck down. And you gotta imagine, too, from the height that he fell, chat, hitting water is like hitting concrete, so it probably didn't work out for him. Then, chat, we see the front page cover of the Gotham News. And we have security guard in intensive care. He's looking like he's not doing well. And who do we have? And where's that front page laying on? The desk of Mayor West, chat. He's the mayor of Gotham City, and who's there talking to him? It's Harvey Bullock. And Harvey Bullock's like, listen, Mr. Mayor, this Bat guy, the Batman, he's the one that caused this. This guy said he was attacked by Batman. Give me my task force that I want, and I'll take him down, dead or alive. And the mayor's like, but that would cost money. But here's the thing, chat. Because the mayor, he's like, what do you think, Jim? And like, listen, the only reason why I'm here is because the mayor asked me, Bullock. And frankly, it's not your place to demand a vigilante task force right now. First of all, Bullock just said, what, you're accusing me of using a vigilante task force? You got the goddamn bat symbol on top of the GCPD. You work with that son of a bitch. But Jim Gordon's not going to let people know that right now. And so... and then in the background chat, I love this too. Because again, the aesthetic of the scenes, it's all like 1930s, 40s, like neo-Gothic architecture, you know, like tall ceilings, arches, shadows, reds and yellows and blacks and grays. It's so cool. And who's in the background listening to Mary? I love this scene. It's so good, chat, because it sets up to something in the future. You have fucking Jim Gordon, the mayor, and Bullock just arguing with each other. And you just see this guy sitting in a chair, flipping a coin and catching it. Flipping a coin, catching it, and flipping a coin. It's like, that is Harvey Dent, who will then become Two-Face, and he's not saying anything. He's just listening the entire time. And the mayor, he's like, all right, Jim, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to override you. This Batman, I know you may trust him, but I have my doubts. We have a security guard who was injured, and I don't want this kind of vigilantism in my town. Harvey, I am going to give you the resources to set up your task force. Present me with my notes, and you go and do you. And then Harvey's like, I'll do that for you, Mr. Mayor. And you know, as long as the district attorney gives me a clean case, backs me up. And Mayor West goes, do you have our back, Harvey? And he goes, listen, man, I'm fucking big dick Harvey Dent, big bad Harv. Chad, he's like, Hank, you give me the bat, I'll put him in jail. No problem. No questions asked. It's like, wow, this is it's a good dynamic that they're setting up. It's the Joker. It's not the Joker. It's not the Joker. Oh. Zerkmans, thank you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, geez. That's some intimate dialogue right there. Well, I appreciate you joining the stream. Anyway, chat. I got a little flummox there. I'm blushing. So, chat, but who's also reading the Gotham newspaper? It's fucking Batman. And we get this, even before we see Batman, chat, we get an outside of Wayne Manor, and where it's like above this cliff face with all the water in Gotham Bay. And we cut to like this one little area. It's like, oh, cool, it looks beautiful. Then we cut inside the Batcave, chat, and we have fucking Alfred. He's just serving Batman tea. And it's like, you're reading that bullshit again, huh, Master? And this Alfred, he is sassy. He's a very sassy man, sassy British man. He will throw as many insults and wordy one-liners at Bruce Wayne as he possibly can. Just get under the skin a little bit, because, I mean, I like the relationship that they established between this Batman and Bruce Wayne. I mean, Alfred pretty much is his father here, but he still gives Bruce shit. I kind of like that. It's a cool dynamic. But Batman's like, yeah, they're fucking blaming me for this attack on this security guard. Got a task force after me now. It's like, I don't like this, Alfred. I have to investigate this. I'm going to go ahead and start at Phoenix Labs. Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, where all this shit went down, chat. And so then we cut Then this is when we kind of get like this. They knew this was gonna be like one of the first episodes. This was showing off all Batman's like stuff. It's like his grappling hook. We get like an epic shot of the grappling hook at one point, chat. We get like a glory shot of the Batmobile. It looks fucking beautiful. It's just this sleek, black, massive car. And it's just going down. He gets in this thing. He's driving, and he goes to Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, chat. And he does the whole thing using the grappling hook. He infiltrates. He gets in there. But during all this chat, Batman is not that stealthy. He's not that stealthy at this point because we see two horny scientists. They're about to go at it in the hallway, chat. It's like, listen, this is our fucking knife shift. The security guards, they are basically protesting because one of them was horrifically injured, paralyzed from the neck down. They're not here. We're not gonna get attacked by Batman. Come on, let's just fucking do it. It'll be hot. No, they start smooching, chat. They start smooching. And the girl's like, that's fucking Batman climbing in the goddamn roof. He's like, oh shit, it is Batman. I'm gonna call the police. And they call the police chat. Meanwhile, Batman, not being stealthy at all, he goes in there, starts. And then this is Batman being Batman Blackheart. This is Batman just being a detective. And I absolutely love it. I don't know all the technology he's using, but you can kind of figure it out. Pass on these like infrared predator goggles. He's spraying the air, detect like certain air particles or something. Sees the table, picks up he sees some hairs, Chet. He picks up some hairs. He puts them in like a little Ziploc baggie. He puts them in his belt. Like, again, he's a proper detective here, and I love that. So many of the films like don't go into that. Like, I know that apparently Matt Reeves' Batman will finally do that for the first time. Like, Christopher Nolan's kind of did that a little bit in The Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, but not too much. But this one, he's like, I'm detective first and a superhero second. And so he has lined the crime scene, chat. He's looking at all these different bottles and chemicals. He's like, It's like he's taking notes and all that, putting in his little knapsack. But chat, he fucking hears those sirens outside. And he's like, God damn it. First of all, he heard them for a while until they finally parked. He's like, fuck, I was inside my own head for too long. And who walks out, chat? Fucking Harvey Bullock. He's there with the task force. And he's like, okay, go get him, boys. And these guys go, like, they go out there. They got their assault weapons ready. And this, I love this series, chat, because at the time, like, it was rare to see, like, proper guns in an animated show. Like, in the 80s and for a lot of other shows, you always saw, like, laser guns. And this is one, like, Spider-Man, the animated series, had laser guns. X-Men had laser guns. But Batman and Superman, like, they actually had guns with fucking bullets. That's what these were. And I thought that was kind of really cool. It set the tone and the mood of this aesthetic that they're going for, which is the 30s and 40s. They're not having fucking laser guns in the 30s and 40s. They're going to have assault rifles. They're going to have fucking revolvers. Big dick revolvers, chat. Big dick Mozambiques. So they go ahead, they go inside there, and Batman does his thing where he slowly, systematically takes these guys down. He's avoiding them, not hurting them at all. Trying not to hurt them. They're fucking like, we're gonna gas them. So they have these gas grenades, chat. They throw them into the fucking laboratory with all the different chemical reactions. Batman's like, you guys fucked up. And here's the thing, chat. I think he takes down one of the guys in the lab with him. He takes him down. He went in there. He's a little too hot under the collar, and he got under Batman. But Batman, he stopped him. Didn't fuck him up too bad. But he's like, okay, now you're incapacitated. One of these guys like, fuck that guy. And they throw a gas grenade in there. Goes off. Fucking starts this explosion. Batman's like, fuck this. He grabs the guy, chat. Fucking bursts out of the window. And the whole building just starts exploding. So those guys that threw that grenade, they are definitely dead. They brought on themselves, but there's no question that they are dead. Okay? Watch that episode, chat. Watch that scene and tell me that those guys, oh yeah, they're fine. That building fucking erupted. But this guy, Batman saved one. He saved, you always get one. He saved this guy. He lands out there. He's like, he fucking pulls him up, you're okay, buddy? And then Batman just runs off in the night, runs into the alleyway. And then fucking Detective Bullock, because Commissioner Gordon, he shows up too. And Commissioner Gordon goes, now Bullock, you got the wrong guy, I think, because I already heard a call from over town from another pharmaceutical company that they just had a break-in, and they were also attacked by a bad creature. Harvey's like, are you fucking kidding me? There's two of them. He's like, oh, Harvey, you're such an idiot. But then Batman, he disappears in the night. The SWAT guy, he's like, ooh, and he fucking faints, chat. It's very comedic, very funny. Then, chat, we cut to the next day, and now we have Bruce Wayne. Not Batman. It's the first time we actually see Bruce Wayne in the show. And I love this, too, because Kevin Conroy establishes the Bruce Wayne personality so well. He's very affable. He's very much the billionaire playboy. He seems so, like, nonchalant and just kind of aloof. I'm dumb, honestly playing it dumb. And he's going to the zoo, Chad, because he sees these hairs. These are animal hairs. And he wants to test them. He wants to go ahead And also, he also finds the recording. The recording of the broadcaster guy, the security guard, got all fucked up, paralyzed from the neck down. He finds that, too, at the crime scene. And he takes that with him, too. So he goes to the zoo, chat. He goes to the bat exhibit, and he finds, I forget what this guy's name is, Marsh? Oh, yeah, Dr. Marsh. And Dr. Marsh is fucking nuts. And Bruce Wayne's like, hey, I was told to speak to you. You know what? I think I have some bats in my chimney, and I just have these hairs, and I have this sound sample. And if you can analyze them, just to let me know. And I'd appreciate it. Mr. Marsh is like, bats are superior to humans. When we are extinct, when the nuclear apocalypse happens, Bruce, billionaire playboy Wayne, bats shall inherit the earth. Heed my words. And Bruce Wayne's like, that sounds swell. Hey, can you analyze this for me? He's like, I will analyze them for you. And Bruce Wayne drops yeah, and I'll drop another $1 million in that zoology grant of yours. And he's like, sounds good. And so he takes the fucking bat hairs. He goes in the office, and who walks in there, chat? The daughter of Dr. Marsh, and she's looking great. And Bruce Wayne goes, I want, and he goes ahead and he goes talk to that lady, chat. He's like, I'm just talking to your dad about analyzing these bat hairs. I think it's bat hairs. I'm not sure what it is. And she goes, oh, yeah, I'm sorry if he's a little, he's a little out there. I apologize for my father. He loves it. I think he loves bats more than people. Batman goes, I can relate. And then, chat, who walks in next time? Fucking Kirk Langstrom, Dr. Kirk Langstrom. He's one of the big head honchos at the zoo. He's the head of the bat wing. Of the bat department, I guess. He walks in there. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Wayne, so good to see you. I'm sorry. I'm running a little late. You're supposed to meet with me. I know you just met Dr. Marsh, right? My father-in-law's a little, he's a little out there. He takes the stuff very seriously. Hopefully he didn't, turn you off or anything." He's like, Bruce's like, "Oh, no. Just brought him some bat hairs." And fucking Dr. Marsh's like, "Fuck these people." He goes there, he starts analyzing the hair chat, starts jerking it too, I imagine. And Bruce Wayne goes, I didn't have time to give him this. I recorded these bats in my chimney. I want to play this for you, and please let me know what you think it is. And he plays this shit, and it goes, "Ah!" It does not sound like a bat at all. It's like a weird, guttural, very loud screech. And Kirk Langstrom's like, that's a little odd, isn't it? And the other Dr. Marsh, what's her name again? I forget the daughter of Dr. Marsh is also a doctor, chap. Mrs. Dr. Marsh, that's what her name is. She goes, that doesn't sound like a bat to me. And Kirk Langstrom says, you know what? Let me just give us the tape, and we'll analyze it for you. We have a sound library. We'll get back to you, and Bruce. And then Bruce is like, hey, that's swell. See you later. Then, chat, we come back to the Batcave, and Batman, he's like, yeah, there's something funny going on. When I was at the lab, too, I noticed all these different chemicals, and it's the same chemicals that are also used by Phoenix Laboratories, where the security guard got fucked up. Alfred, I think there's something weird going on. And then, chat, he gets a call from Dr. Marsh. And then, this is cool, because he picks up the phone as Bruce Wayne, and, in the costume, he then puts on his Bruce Wayne persona in the Batman costume, which is cool. And then he reverts back to Batman, which is basically his natural voice. And basically, Dr. Marsh is saying, oh, yeah, don't worry about it, Bruce. You just gotta have common brown bats. That's all they were. Common brown bats. Are you sure? That sound was very unusual. He's like, oh, yeah, what it probably was swallows. It was just some swallows and brown bats, Bruce. And Bruce is like, hey, that sounds great. Thanks for letting me know, Doc. I'll drop off that $1 million next week. Whoop. And then he turns to Alfred's like, that's some fucking bullshit. That is some bullshit right here. I did my own analyzations, my own analyzing, Alfred, and this sound is nothing from the animal kingdom. Those bat hairs, they are very unusual. Nothing I could find. So this guy's lying. There's some bullshit happening here, Alfred. I'm going back to the zoo. And that's what Bruce Wayne goes back to the zoo said, but as Batman. Now he's like, okay, I did my Bruce Wayne persona. Now it's time for the real shit. So he goes to the lab, chat. He goes, but during this whole thing, there's a figure working in the lab too. And this guy's just fucking flipping out. He's like, I need the chemicals. I must complete the formula. He's fucking downing. He's just fucking downing all the drug chat. Everything. Doing shots of just weird chemical shit. And he leaves the lab. Whoever it was, we don't know. He was cloaked in shadow chat. And then fucking Batman gets in there. He sees the chemicals from Phoenix Laboratories. He's like, okay, pharmaceuticals, Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. He's like, this is unusual. These are the ones that were reported stolen. There's something about this that's not right. But then, chat, the fucking door opens, and it's Kirk Langstrom. Kirk Langstrom says, there's someone there. And then Batman pops out and goes, I'm Batman. Everybody says, oh, it's you. He's like, yes, it is me. He's like, oh, you scared me. I thought you were Dr. Marsh. You know, he's quite the brilliant man. He's brilliant and sick, and he's a thief. And Kirk Langstrom goes, oh, you thought it was Dr. Marsh. No, actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell you everything. I am the Batman, or in this case, reverse it, ManBat. I believe Dr. Marsh's theories that bats shall inherit the earth, and I wanted to be that, and so I wanted to create the perfect specimen. And how was I going to experiment on myself? And so I created the formula, and I had these urges, Batman, these urges, and I wasn't even control myself anymore, and I just needed the chemicals. The ManBat personality was taken over the entire time, and then I have found the chemical I need, and it's this one. And he turns to the ManBat chat, and then ManBat and Batman, they start wrestling. Mrs. Dr. Marsh, she comes, she's like, what the fuck? And she sees Batman and ManBat just wrestling chat. They fucking burst out a window. Like, ManBat tries to get away because he feels ashamed because he sees Mrs. Dr. Marsh. And so he gets out, Batman's like, fuck that. And he uses his grappling hook. And we get like a really cool sequence of Batman just flying across Gotham, hanging on the ManBat. It's beautiful. Gotham Police Department, they get a call that there's a weird fucking bat creature that's attacking, and Batman's fighting him, and Gordon's like, all right, you know, fucking Bullock, I told you it was a Batman, okay? He's clearly trying to stop this thing right now. And it's like, I'd fire if I could, but I can't, so get in the copter. And Bullock gets in the copter, and they're tracking down ManBat and Batman as they're fighting the skies of Gotham City, and it's beautiful. There's this one shot, we pass by the Blimp again. Remember the guy? The nerdy guy, and the one who was just doing this for 20 goddamn years, and all he wanted was a drink to be away from his wife. He has a shit pension chat, and he sees fucking ManBat swoops right by, and Batman just fucking slams against the goddamn Blimp. Just hits. And this is the first time, I think it's the only time in the animated show, at least in the first season, where we actually see blood. Because, like, Batman has, like, a little bit of a broken nose and, like, a little bit of blood trailing down his chin. I think that was kind of cool. But he fucking slams into that thing, fucking breaks the glass a little bit on the Blimp, and it still takes off. Go around Gotham City, like, through a construction yard. Oh, when they go over the Blimp, it's so beautiful. When they go up, ManBat curves across the Blimp, and you see, like, Batman's cape, like, twirling the entire time. It's such an imaginative piece of animation. I absolutely love it. But at one point, Batman's like, okay, I've had enough of this fucking shit. He grapples closer to ManBat, fucking blinds him, chat, fucking, smashes into an apartment building. They fall down. ManBat's he's just really fucked up. Might as well be brain dead at this point. Yeah, maybe he's got that big old tough noggin. Maybe Dr. Marsh had a point. Maybe bat creatures will inherit the earth. And Batman's like, all right, I gotta take you back. Commissioner Gordon's like, see, he's gonna help that bat creature. And Bullock's like, you're right, Gordon. And then Batman. I'm getting my Batman confused, chat. Batman takes ManBat back to the Batcave. A lot of bats. Say that 10 times fast. And Alfred's like, can you help this guy? And he's like, yep. And Batman creates a cure, and we cut back to the zoo, and we see Mrs. Dr. Marsh, and she's out there, she's all concerned, and he's got ManBat wrapped up in his cape, and he's naked, Chad. He's naked. And Mrs. Dr. Marsh was like, is he okay? And Batman, you know, for fucking dramatic flair, unfurls his cape, chat, and he has a nice, wet, naked Kirk Langstrom, but he's human again. And she goes, oh, thank God. Thank God. Is he going to be okay? And Batman goes, he'll be okay for now. It's like, why'd you have to end it that way, Bruce? Why'd you have to be so goddamn ominous? For now. And then we go, ba, 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 ba. That's the first episode. That is On Leather Wings. Which I love. They take a little convenient stuff with the plot. There's no doubt about that, but it's still a good time. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I certainly did.